Another niche character. Oh wait, it's actually good this time. Wow, you can actually fit into literally any team that isn't HP scaling. What? So what kind of video can I make then? It's nice that we finally have a free limited sustain for free-to-play players thanks to Dan Heng, Permansor Terrae. I'll be referring to him as DHPT for the rest of this video so that it's shorter. Let's talk about some interesting users for DHPT which might not be best in slot but could work really well and probably considered as viable. Obvious meta characters such as Phainon will not be listed in this video, so keep that in mind. Here's a quick summary of DHPT. So let's begin from before the battle begins. If he has A4 unlocked, he gets a free Von Whack effect at the start of the battle, which is a 40% action advance. When you use his technique, the character who starts the battle gains Bondmate. This is similar to Seridra's technique. You can switch the character and whoever starts gets it. Automatically also uses skill one time on the Bondmate at the start of the battle without using skill points. This is similar to Runmei and 3B. When you use the skill, it targets one ally, which you can select, and then assigns them as the Bondmate. The Bondmate gets a Dragon Summon. This is not a Memo Sprite. Then applies a team-wide shield that stacks up to 300% of the original compared to Aventurine's 200%, so it's a better shield. Anytime he gives a shield via other methods, such as his ultimate, all of these shields have a upper limit of 300%. With his A2 unlocked, the skill also increases the attack of the Bondmate. So let's talk about this Bondmate. When the dragon moves, dispel one debuff from all allies, and then you get the same shield from the skill. And then with A6, another smaller shield to the ally with the current weakest shield. The dragon disappears if either Dan Heng or the Bondmate is defeated. With A4, every time the Bondmate attacks, DHPT regens 6 energy and advances the dragon by 15%. So this is kinda like Lingsha and Fu Yuan, except the DPS advances the dragon instead of Dan Heng PT. And then when you use Dan Heng PT's ultimate, AoE attack to all enemies, provides a shield similar to his skill. It enhances the dragon, and this enhancement lasts for 2 dragon attacks. Each time this enhanced dragon moves, DHPT does one follow-up attack to all enemies. This follow-up attack is counted as an attack. And then, one additional damage which is not counted as an attack. But this additional damage can crit, okay? And it uses the Bondmate stats, and this additional damage hits all enemies. If you have A6 unlocked, you get another additional damage hit to the enemy with the highest HP. So this is very similar to like 3B's Few and 3B's E1. This uses the Bondmate's own attack as well, so their own stats, crit rate, crit damage, etc. First we have Lingsha. Wait, double sustain? No. DPS Lingsha, of course. Now Lingsha can have both a dragon and a bunny. Double summons, which is kinda cool since she herself is a dragon. Lingsha can benefit from the attack buff which is given by DHPT. An example team will look like Lingsha, DHPT, Sunday, and Robin. Is this worth it? No. Because nearly everything else in the place of DHPT will be better. Nobody runs double sustain since like 1.x. So this will just be a for fun team to spam lots of summon attacks, you know, kinda cool like, you know, Lingsha and then you got 2 summons. It'll be fun to try out though. Next are follow-up attackers, Topaz, Ratio, and Feixiao. Attack buff benefits all 3 of them. Aside from Topaz, having a summon allows them to benefit from Sunday's summon-specific buffs and run Banana Planner set as another alternative, which is nice for accounts that never play Super Break, as that's the other set shared with the follow-up attack Planner, whereas Banana is shared with the Universal Lusaka set. Follow-up attack teams also normally run with Aventurine, and DHPT can replace that slot as he can sustain better and even heal if you have DHPT's Light Cone, as any shielder's biggest downside is that every damage we take off shield is permanent. Since DHPT can also follow attack via his ultimate, he can also help to charge Robin. Although Aventurine might provide more way more attacks for Robin energy. Lastly, DHPT and the Dragon being AoE also helps that all three of them are being single target focused, especially since the Dragon itself uses the Bondmate stats to calculate the additional damage. So for Topaz, like Lingsha, double summon fun. Example team will look like Topaz, Sunday, Robin, DHPT. Basically, you're just replacing Aventurine. For Doctor Ratio, example team will be like Doctor Ratio, Sunday, a debuffer like Pella or Cypher, and then DHPT. Same like Topaz. No Robin here, so whether Aventurine has more attack frequency or not does not matter. Duo DPS will not be as effective since you will want Robin instead of Sunday, making DHPT's job be just as sustained. And then finally for Feixiao, DHPT's Fallout attack will count as flying Aura stacks for Feixiao, but the Dragon will not, since that isn't considered as an attack. An example team will be Feixiao, a Fallout attack sub DPS such as Topaz, Cypher or March 7 Hunt, and then Robin, and finally DHPT. Acheron can use the attack buff, of course. DHPT can hold the trend of Universal Market to help apply debuffs for Acheron, especially now that Jiao Qiu is technically not the best in slot outside of Pure Fiction. Better sustain than Aventurine, SP positive compared to Hyacinth. Gives Acheron a summon which allows her to run Banana Planner as an alternative to utilize Sunday's summon specific buffs, especially if Acheron is E2. Banana Planner is also more efficient to farm compared to Acheron's best in slot planner, where you don't really use the other set. Downside, okay, DHPT can't apply debuffs without getting attacked while holding trend. Sunday is usually not run with Acheron unless you're E2+, although you can try and see if it works for you. Example team would be in E2 Acheron, Sunday, debuffer, Cypher, Silver Wolf or whoever you have, and then DHPT. Then for E0 Acheron will be Acheron, 2 debuffers, then DHPT. Saber can use the attack buff, plus give Saber a summon which allows her to run Banana Planner as an alternative and utilize Sunday's summon specific buffs. DHPT can out way more often than Huo thanks to energy regen via his A4 trace. Plus Saber attacks fairly often, which does help charge Saber's core resonance better. DHPT being AoE can also help to clear out the mobs, since Saber's ultimate is a bounce and you want the bouncers to land on the right targets since it's random. Downside though, you lose the team-wide energy from Huo. But wait, you might be thinking, oh, but DHPT out gives Saber core resonance which equals to energy. Yes, but that is only to Saber, plus your team loses the energy from Huo as well. Remember what I said? Team-wide. Example team would be Saber, Sunday, Robin, and DHPT.
Remember, the biggest problem is having no problems at all.
Okay, we have one honourable mention here, which is D-Herter. The reason why it's an honourable mention is because she's kinda still meta somewhat, right? So previous sustains like Lingsha and Hyacinth are kinda SP negative. While you can basic with them, you actually want to skill with them in order to hit more targets. That is the case for Lingsha, because Lingsha's skill is AoE. So you kinda want to skill every turn, just to stack more interpretation. For Hyacinth, you want to skill to make sure you can get the closest as you can for 100% out uptime, which is actually not possible even if ERO. She does have to get hit once. So if you're going to use basic only, her uptime is going to be really bad, then you don't have much AoEs. Because Little Ika is the one that does the AoE. DHPT's ultimate is AoE, so that can help charge the interpretation, but the Dragon can't since the Dragon is not considered as an attack. DHPT can give an attack buff, and a Dragon summon, which allows Banana Planner and utilizing your Sunday summon specific buffs. It can kinda give something of value to D-Herter, especially if you don't have like Hyacinths like Kun. Then in the case Hyacinth is just an interpretation stacker and that's it, and she sustains. Downside of this is don't really run Sunday with DHPT since there's no slot. So the only thing you get is really the attack buff. Technically, DHPT here is a better sustain that can buff Water via the attack buff and can generate skill points. Example team will be DHPT, Anexa, 3B, and DHPT. Or you can run DHPT, some random battery like Serval, 3B, and then Dan Heng PT. Will you be building DHPT? I think you should, as he is one of the best sustains right now, especially for non-HP scaling teams. Well, good luck if you are going for his light cone. I hope you win your 75-25. But don't forget, we have Siren next patch. And with that, that is all for this video. Thank you for taking your time to watch it. Take care, bye bye.